welcome into another weekly portfolio update. As you can see, I'm on my phone this week, so it's because I'm away for work for the next 6 weeks. I'm up in Auckland and I don't have access to my computer. So you're going to go through stocks first. I'm down $1,021 this week, and I made a couple of moves. As you can see, I've got less cash than I did last week. So I've bought $1,000 worth of Corsair Gaming, just above $27. And I bought around $200 worth of Fiverr at $176. Some of you may have noticed that Fiverr had a very bad day. They were down like 25% one day on earnings. So along with earnings, the earnings weren't bad. They weren't like amazing, but they were like reasonably good earnings. But they adjusted future guidance downward. They don't think that the company is going to grow as much in the next quarter and the whole of next year. They believe that because they've pulled forward demand due to certain world circumstances, they believe it's going to then trend down. That pull forward is going to retract, but who knows, with new variants coming out and whatnot, countries could start going back into lockdown and Fiverr could benefit from that again, so who knows. Moving down the list, so it's a bit of a different view on the phone, so you can if you have a look, you can see on the right hand side of each stock has the total gain percentage there, and then it's got the market value just in the middle pretty much. And yeah, it's a bit more difficult to follow, but I'll just scroll down and show you all of it just to show you where my positions are currently sitting. Not doing too bad. Like, we're still up around 15,000 or so. What was the number? Yeah, around 15,000, because cost basis is 41,000 all of this. So we're still up 15,000, which I'm pretty happy with. As you can see, my total return on Fiverr, it was like positive 15 to 20%, and now it's down to negative 15%, which is rather unfortunate. But yeah, my Corsair Gaming position is getting pretty big now. Around $7,000 New Zealand dollars. These numbers are all in New Zealand dollars except for the figure on the leftmost, the share price of the actual stock. That's in US dollars. Yeah, still down on a couple of big positions. So Fiverr and Palantir, they're still down, unfortunately. But yeah, I suppose they are the larger cap stocks that I own, so they might trend down considering the valuations are quite high. CCIV is starting to get back up there. It was like 250% up at its highest. Now we're just 48% up, but yeah, hey, that's all good. Still a solid gain. And yeah, MicroStrategy is starting to trend back up along with crypto. Crypto has been pumping recently. Tattooed Chef is doing real well. Obviously not up like huge, but could build out the position to extremely large for me, pretty much. What's that, like 9,300 in all in Tattooed Chef, which is pretty crazy. Over 700 shares of Tattooed Chef. Oh, sorry. No, that was bad math. 300 shares. So that one I hope will be a big gainer for me in the future. I have quite a lot of conviction in Tattooed Chef. SPCE, one of the most volatile stocks I own, currently up 40%, but that means nothing. It could be up 40% or down 40% tomorrow. I've seen it move 40% in a day before. It's pretty insane. I only got one share of Shopify left. I do plan to hold that share, and yeah, Shopify's just ticked down. It was just in the 1600s just a few days ago. But yeah, it's ticked down a little bit. But I was selling some in the 1600s and some just in the high 1500s. So yeah, sold off a bit, probably close to half the position, I think. But I'll probably hold that one share because I don't want to fully sell out of the position because I do like the company. Stitch Fix, another one that was up crazy high. It was up to like 250, 260% or something, and then yeah, trended down heaps, and is currently sitting around 50%, similar to how SPCE moved. Oh, sorry, not SPCE, CCIB. Although SPCE did do kind of a similar move to that as well. Square's getting up there. Unfortunately, it wasn't a larger position. It was a fairly smaller one. I think I put like $800 in there. So yeah, oh sorry, $800 and return 47%, which is pretty good. WBA just hanging in there, not moving up too fast or anything, but up 7.5%. So that's all good. Dropbox has been moving quite a lot recently. It's just been like silently chugging away, like moving up a little bit a day, and not giving up those gains like most stocks do. It's just been, yeah, so moving up like on the down low kind of thing. Not many people are talking about like a huge boost in Dropbox or anything, even though it has gone up heaps recently. And Beyond Meat, still down. Although I believe, yeah, that's the position that I've held the longest in this account, I believe. But yeah, hey, that's fine. I believe it'll fulfill a higher valuation sometime in the future. I'll have a look at crypto now. So yeah, on the right hand side, you've got the day change. So it's just, past day. So that doesn't really tell you a whole lot about like my total profits or anything, because I didn't record any of the prices when I bought it. So all I can say is that I've put 2,000 New Zealand dollars into crypto and it's now worth 5,553. So over 100%, about 125% or so. I think that's good math. Yeah, crypto's doing real well at the moment. It's been heading up pretty fast. As you can see, Ethereum's at 3,100, Bitcoin up at almost at 45,000, which is a huge move from where it bottomed at just recently. Theta isn't quite breaking that $7 mark, so it's moving a bit slower. It's not quite keeping pace with Ethereum, but yeah, still I believe my second largest position. If I move into my holdings, you can see position size. So on the right hand side there, you can see total market value. It's on the right hand side column for each one. So Ethereum, 805 New Zealand dollars, I believe, is biggest position. Then we've got a couple 600 positions, 740 for Theta, and negative $1,000 for USDT. So I've got margin of about 1,000 New Zealand dollars taken out against USDT. That figure has been going down as crypto keeps trending up. I am reducing margin, and ultimately, if crypto was down heaps, I would be increasing margin and buying more. Yeah, that's pretty much crypto and stocks all done. So I've actually, I'll talk about my house now. I've fully moved out of my house just before I've gone away for work, so my house is now empty. I handed over to a property manager who's looking for a tenant for me. So it's not technically a rental property yet, but hopefully within the next couple of weeks they'll find a tenant, get them moved in, and it will be a rental property. So yeah, I'll be real happy when that's done, and then I can stop, worrying about the bills. They'll just be part of the rent. Well, the rent will, depending on what rent we get, So the rental assessment that I was given was 475 to 495, and I told them that I was happy, like with anything in that range, and they went ahead and put it up for the highest figure, 495. I assume that's because they can negotiate down, but it's legally it's very difficult. If they got too much interest, they couldn't negotiate up. So I believe that's why they've done it. To be honest, I would have just preferred it if they put it lower, so they got more applications and yeah, could get a better quality tenant if you've got more people to choose from. But yeah, I don't know. They're the professionals. They take care of that stuff, and that's what they've done. If they get 495 per week for it, it should be pretty much almost exactly cash flow neutral, not accounting for any vacancies, maintenance, or capital expenditure. But if it's slightly less, then I'll pretty much have to make up the difference like every time the bills come out, I'll just have to make sure there's enough in the account. Which isn't too much of a biggie. It'll only be like $20 a week at the most, so $40 a pay, which isn't much to worry about. Plus, once that's all done and all those bills are covered, I can focus the whole of my income onto other investments like stocks and crypto and start saving for the next house. Yeah, and also with that rental income covering those bills, I can qualify for a bigger mortgage in order to actually get a second house. Because at the moment, I can't take out any more mortgage. They won't let me. I tried. But yeah. What else? Been recently looking into alternate investment opportunities, just trying to gauge what other opportunities there are out there. So I haven't really fully committed to anything, and I don't really have the cash to commit to anything at the moment, but just what I've been looking into is this there's property funds, all the big property developers, they need money in order to do the big deals they do, and they offer a fixed return rate of like between 6 and 10% fixed per year. You have to have 100,000 or more. Some of them you have to have like 250,000 in order to invest in these things. But it's a good thing to know about if you ever have that much money and don't really want to risk it on something that's even more volatile. Then hey, that's an option. Another thing is peer-to-peer lending. So I've actually used a platform called Squirrel before. You can get around a 6% return on your money, return on investment. And it's a little bit difficult. You actually don't get the full 6% because it's paid back like a mortgage would be in payment installments. So yeah, if you chucked the same investment you did into a mortgage calculator, you'd kind of see that some of the money isn't working for you fully because it's being paid back to you. The principal is being paid back to you, and hence they're not paying interest on the principal anymore. So probably the best way to maximize it would be every time you got a monthly or fortnightly payment or whatever repayment from that loan that you're giving out, just roll it into the next one, just immediately reinvest into another loan. And I think one of the benefits of that is if you're not doing so well on cash at the time and you get that payment, you can just withdraw it instead of reinvesting it, because that's money that's being paid back to you. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting option. I have also been looking into crypto mining recently. It's something that I've looked at for a long time. Never really got into doing it because it was kind of risky with how Bitcoin and all the other cryptos can just drop out of their high highs very, very quickly. And if they do, you can kind of be left with a lot of stuff that isn't very useful. But I've been looking into giving it a go recently, and I find that the more people I know that are doing it, the easier it's going to be for me to do it, because I have lots of people who I can ask for help. But obviously on the opposite side of that, the more people are doing it, well, the more people I know that are doing it means the more people that are actually doing it, and the less profitable it will be. Because generally, the more people that find a way to make money, it becomes less and less profitable. That's how a lot of things work. In an efficient market, generally, then the more return, the greater return you get, the greater risk you're taking, because risk deters other investors, which in turn kind of maintains the high return, because not as many people want to get into it. That was a really difficult thing to explain. Hopefully some people understood it. Yeah, that's the ones that I've been looking into recently. I think probably the most likely that I would do in the medium terms over the next 6 months to a year would be a crypto miner, potentially. And if I did do that, it would be starting small with a single graphics card. And then, yeah, probably after that, I'd be looking to buy a second house. Is probably the next investment I'd make. And then alongside those kind of alternate investments, I'll be also still investing in stocks. I don't know that I'll add to crypto, but obviously if I get a crypto miner, I can just hold the crypto that I'm mining. And if you hold the crypto that you're mining, it makes it less difficult when it comes to tax time. So you can either sell it all in one go and you've got one big transaction to take note of, or you just don't sell it ever. I don't know what the tax implications for that would be, to be honest, but I'm sure I'll figure it out one day in the future. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have time for today. Sorry that I'm recording on the phone. Don't really have a choice at the moment. Yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to. Have a great day. See ya.